shoreline?
Yeah. Say hello to the camera.
Artura Freeport.
There's that house they're building. Look, see it?
The mountain right here, originally named Bald Mountain, is 3,000 feet elevation. So we're at 990, that's 3,000. It was named after the Balding Rock faces. Something happened in the 1800s. There was some shaking. People saw it, they thought it was smoke coming out of it. Some people thought it was a volcano. Some people thought it was the end of times. What we now know is it was seismic activity. There are caverns in that mountain. When the earth shook, it loosened some boulders. They hit each other, made rock dust. That's what people thought was smoke. When the boulders hit the floor of the caverns, it added to the shaking, rumbling feeling. But all of that forever changed the name to Rumbling Bald Mountain. Now if you look, this ridge to the right of Rumbling Bald, you see the peak on the end of it? It's shaped like that. That's Eagle Rock. That's a part of the state park system. And it's actually higher elevation. It's 3,400 feet. So it's higher than Rumbling Bald, but it looks lower because it's further back in the distance. Well, you can go up on that. Part of the state park system, you go around the back of the mountain. If you climb up on top of it and looked in this direction, you would see Mount Mitchell, which is the highest point east of Mississippi. If you looked in this direction, you would see Grandfather. And if you looked in this direction, you would see Table Rock, which is a really cool mountain over on Lake James near Morgan's. Those afternoon clouds are moving in right on schedule. We should get back before they get.
Back of those condos.
Now, if you look to the right of the boat, you see the condo with the red umbrella. Friends of ours live there. They posted a picture of a black bear straddling the railing right where the umbrella is about 3 winters ago.
Up on the top railing?
The top railing. And it was
Wow.
trying to get to a bird feeder they had over there. So I don't tell people's names for privacy when I'm talking things, but I asked this friend, I said, look, I'm telling this about your house. Is that okay? He said, sure it is. You can tell that bear came back 2 months ago. If you look at this 3-story gray house off the front of the boat, that's one of the larger rental houses on the lake. This is last year's price. So
I think that one's for sale.
This is last year's price, so you can bet it's gone up. Last year it rented for $8,000 a week, but it sleeps 24 people, so you get 23 buddies to split. It's not so bad. But I was telling that one day, and a guy said, I don't know 23 people that can pay. see all of these houses. When you look here, you see hardly any houses. There's one there, and there's a couple back in this cove, but that's it. And then around the point, it's the same way. There are two reasons for that, two sisters. One sister on from here to around that point, she designated a good part of that's a natural preserve. So if you Google Earth that with the right version, you can see that designation. We have a pair of blue heron, white eagle, blue eagle, so all those coastal birds living here. We have a pair of bald eagle. In fact, on the first tour, it was flying over right here, and a pair of osprey that live around the lake. So we'll go down a little bit. I'll tell you what the second sister did. She went a different track.
Those leaves are pretty. The other is just softer, almost like a sandstone that you see to the right. So it's soft enough that people carve things in it. So they'll rappel down from the top, climb up to the bottom, carve different things in it. I've seen BR549, Joni Loves Chachi. On the right, somebody had a perfect Ghostbuster ghost carved in it. One day, whoever owns that hillside is going to come down and look over it. To the right of the boat, this is the second sister on. So from here where this clay is to around that point, you see the log boathouse, there's a log house behind it, and two other houses behind it, but that's it. Why is that? Well, in 2004 she donated all this land to a college in North Carolina. In 2006 that college sold this to a developer for $8 million. The developer put in asphalt streets. There's an on-ground water tank right there, and started trying to sell lots. The three houses in there. But the '09 recession hit and jerked the rug for real estate. Things haven't really built back since, so that's why. If we can get legs going on our economy again, maybe we'll see some things happen. The name of this is Blue Heron Point. Somebody asked me, would you like to see